Welcome to Furious Toys. Thank you for joining me for this review of the Sargent Slaughter figure from the Action Force line by Valaverse. On the front we can see the Action Force logo, Sargent Slaughter's name below that, and the figure and his various accessories in the window. On the right we have an illustration of Sargent Slaughter and some text indicating that this is the 6th figure in the second wave. On the left we have a giant Action Force logo as well as their symbol. On the top we got the Valaverse logo, an Action Force logo, and a choking warning. On the bottom we got the Action Force logo, some legal disclaimers, and the barcode. And on the top at the back we have the other figures from Series 2. That Scarab's figure is catching my eyeball. I'm going to have to get one of those. The bottom half of the back side has a bio for Sargent Slaughter, and further down has all of the socials for Valaverse. Alright, let's get him out of here for some slaughterhouse training. First accessories are this backpack right here, as well as this vest that has a hole in it that allows you to still peg in the backpack. This Action Force base is pretty freaking sweet. It's got that diamond pattern. Here's Sargent Slaughter. We'll look at him more in a little bit. These sunglasses are pretty nice. They are a rubbery material, so you don't have to worry about breaking off the earpieces. Here's a left hand for gripping, a fist left hand, left and right cupping palms. Here we have the gripping right hand as well as a right hand with the pointer finger extended. The last hand is a closed fist right hand. The first weapon we'll look at is this grenade launcher. This revolving chamber actually revolves. The barrel looks like you may be able to peg in a firing effect, not included. The second and last weapon is this nice little revolver. Last but not least, we have the Baker Boy cap. Looks good on him. Man, that's a solid chin. Alright, we'll pop this hat off to take a better look at this figure. It doesn't look awful, but there is a bit of a gap between his head and his neck, and another one between the sections of his shoulders. The overall design is pretty great. That holster's pretty nice. That doesn't come off. We'll go ahead and holster his weapon. I like this holster. It lets you keep the weapon on display without fully hiding it inside the holster. The backpack pegs in there pretty firmly. It's not going anywhere. We'll go ahead and remove this tactical belt harness to take a look at the articulation. The detail of the fabric is sculpted into the shirt itself. There's also some line detail in this bracelet here. His pants show some nice wrinkling. The boot laces are fully sculpted and nicely painted. The belt has a nice fabric sculpted detail into it. Alright, let's take a look at the articulation. The head looks up pretty far. Nope. Popping that back in place. Let's try again. He looks up that far. Looks down pretty well. The dumbbell joint in there gives him a little bit of extra motion in his neck there. His neck also has the full Exorcist 360. There's a butterfly joint in the shoulder here that lets it go forward and back. There's also a 360 degree rotation at the shoulder itself. Another 360 degree rotation at the bicep. Double jointed elbow. Full rotation at the wrist. And instead of going back and forth at the wrist, it goes up and down. At the diaphragm, we got a pretty wide range of motion. You can lean back that far, forward that far. You can lean left and right that much. There's very little forward and back motion at the waist. There is full rotation at the diaphragm and not full rotation at the waist. You could probably force it, but I don't want to. As far as the legs go, he kicks up that far. Full 360 at the thigh cut. Double jointed knee closes that far. There's a boot cut that has full rotation. At his ankle, you can get his foot to point down that far. Get that foot out of the way. Get his toe to point up that far. And there is a forward-facing pin for ankle rocking. That's some nice detailed shoe tread. Getting the ruler back here, we see that he stands at just over 6 1/4 inches. For the first comparison, we got the SDCC exclusive Snake Eyes from Hasbro. Next up, we have the G.I. Joe Classified Gung Ho from Hasbro, followed by the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Commander. Next, we have the Fortnite Legendary Series Meowscles from Jazzwares. Also from Jazzwares, we got the Dark Voyager from the Fortnite Legendary Series. Next up is a winged Billie Eilish from Playmates. Here is the Fortnite Legendary Series Beef Boss from Jazzwares. As soon as I saw this figure go up for pre-order, I had to have it. I am not really a wrestling fan, but I did enjoy G.I. Joe as a kid. I don't think that I owned this figure as a child, but somebody I know at least had it. Look at that chin, man. That chin enters the room 5 minutes before he does. I appreciate all the accessories that came with this guy. I especially like those glasses. That revolver is a gorgeous gun. I like the way you can still see it inside that holster. That grenade launcher is very well painted and looks great in his hand. I love the metal diamond pattern of that action figure stand. I don't know that I'll be displaying him in either that vest or that battle harness, but I like the fact that I have the option. After this figure shipped is whenever Hasbro announced that they'll be having a Sargent Slaughter action figure, which is fine. I will still get that one and I'll have something to compare it to. After getting my hands on this figure, I definitely want to get my hands on some more figures from Valaverse, especially that Scarabs figure. There it is, guys. This has been my review of the Sargent Slaughter figure from the Action Force line by Valaverse. I very much appreciate your time if you stuck with me this far. If you like what you have seen, please slap that thumbs up icon in the face, Will Smith style. If you didn't care for it, please throw some constructive criticism my way so that I may improve future videos. Thank you for joining me here at Furious Toys.